We live?
Yep.
What up?
Oh, what's the deal with y'all, man?
Man, cold, chilling.
Same day,
Good chapo.
different day. Feel me? Well, you feel me? I know this is Finlit podcast, man. We back with another episode on Big D's out there, brother Flair. Got the crew with me.
Young Uchi, the big face legend.
Talk to him, man.
You feel me?
And Smelly J over here. Alright, man.
Cold,
That's
chill.
That's the game. So how was y'all week, man? What y'all?
Man, cool. Been brainstorming about this, honestly. That's what my last couple of days been tied up.
What think about the pod?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Trying to think about a little continue. We testing out a new camera angle. Shout out to the camera angle.
Center now. I thought you had some gifts for us or something, man.
You said what?
You had some gifts for us or something. You said you been thinking about us.
One day. One day.
Excuse me in the audio, man. I did not set my microphone up at all before we started, but we should be cool now. Alright, so where y'all want to start at, man? What y'all want to start with?
Like I said before, this week went by so fast.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that really happened in between this last one was March Madness. We can always start off with that.
Yeah.
It's been game after game after game. St. Petersburg, upset after upset.
Yeah.
Yep. They the first
15
seed to get to the Elite 8.
The first ever?
Yep.
Yeah, for
Somebody
real.
always lose, yeah.
First 15, see, that's big. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was just laughing about St. Peter because I was looking at my phone yesterday, like talking to my brother on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, we plotting, trying to come up with bets. You feel me? You know, niggas team up on gambling and shit. You feel me? It's us against the house. You feel me?
Right.
So niggas team up, making phone calls and shit. Seeing whatever. I think I didn't even know who it was. It said SPU versus whoever. Like, who the fuck is SPU? And I've been watching the March Madness.
Right.
I've been paying attention. I'm like, who the fuck is SPU? But St. Peter's, yeah, and they actually won.
Man, going
That's
crazy.
They play UNC, not today, but tomorrow. I want to say they play North Carolina.
Yeah, you think it stops there?
I mean, my brother, you feel me, Jordan, he got North Carolina picked to win the whole thing. That is his team and all of that, but that's what he got to pick to win the whole thing, you feel me? So they probably gonna end tomorrow. I don't know if they gonna be the first 15 seed in the Elite 8 and now they about to be like, I don't see them being like the champions.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't know who they is for real.
I don't even know where St. Peter's is at.
Yeah.
Cause it's St. Peter's, it's not St. Petersburg. You
Yeah,
feel me? It's
that's what we thought at
St.
first.
Peter's. I'm thinking like St. Petersburg, Florida type shit, but it's St. Peter, so I don't know where they at.
Man, that's been crazy. Just to see them, hey, the Cinderella team, I feel like they always fans out. Like, remember when Virginia was the number 1 seed a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And then they lost to the number 16 seed by like 30. Like, hey, you caught them sleeping. But then they lost the next round, you know?
Right.
Like, and then it was over. So, I'm low-key rooting for them. I want to see them go far. Like, I was rooting for the Bengals. Everybody thought the Bengals shouldn't even been in the Super Bowl, was there. And I'm like, well, y'all here now. You know, I'm rooting for you.
You're right, y'all done
So,
made this
yeah,
far,
like, I want to see.
Don't stop it now.
Yeah. Hopefully they got enough momentum. I seen their coach, it was like, so maybe it is somewhere in the Northeast, because they coach, he said, y'all think that they was gonna like out tough us? He said our guys are from Boston and New York. He said like Brooklyn. He was like, you don't think they tough?
Oh, they somewhere on the east over here.
Yeah, he was like, you don't think they tough? Yeah.
So that's another thing.
like, well,
I saw another reason I fuck with them though, because they is like they us. You feel me? They
Yeah.
black as hell. They
Yeah,
coach black.
that's what they coach said.
They
Yeah.
coach black. They
like, you don't
like
think they tough? Like,
yeah, they coming with it. They got something to prove. So I'm
Facts.
rocking with them for sure. But UNC gonna be a tough one.
yeah, that's why I'm like,
UNC.
we still gotta be realistic.
They
Like,
fuck around and be UNC. They gonna be my pick to win the whole
Yeah.
thing. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it real. Not because UNC just like the shit, but UNC is nice. You feel me? Like, I didn't have UNC pick to win the whole thing. But if they prove that they could beat them, that's gonna let me know something.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with y'all for real, for real. They made it this far, shit.
facts.
I had Auburn pick to win the whole thing. I know they kind of iffy, but they went out earlier than I expected, shit. But they was iffy. They been iffy all season. You don't know if they gonna play good or not. But when they do play good, it's up for anybody.
Man, how y'all feel about Gonzaga going down? That wasn't too surprising in terms of them not winning the championship. I didn't think they would lose as early as they did, though.
Yeah,
That was like,
yeah.
yeah.
That's another team. They got a potential number 1 pick. Drew Timmy back. You feel me?
Yeah.
I want to say his senior year probably.
They got 3 dudes on that team. There's another dude on that team that's nice. I don't know his name.
Yeah, they got
I wasn't really
Drew,
watching
and-
them that heavy until recently.
Yeah, I don't know who the third would be. Probably they point guard or something, you feel me? But yeah, I thought with the veteran leadership and all of that shit they had, I thought they was going to be pretty good. I was surprised to see them lose too. March Madness been good though. It should been cool this year. I ain't gonna lie. Had the good teams, a lot of good teams, good players and
A lot of
shit.
good highlights.
Yeah, for sure. For
For
sure, dunks,
Right,
blocks,
chase down
all of that.
blocks,
Yeah, we
all
been
that.
going crazy. But that's expected though. Buzzer
Right.
beaters, all of that. You feel me? That's to be expected.
Yeah, definitely excited.
Even the girls, I just seen NC State. They just won off a last second steal.
Yeah.
They was down 1, got a steal at half court. Ugh, layup. Oh, damn.
Nah, yeah, the girls be niggas sleep on that. Now I ain't know if y'all watching the girls NCAA tournament or not, but yeah, that shit been going up too. They got hoopers. They got hoopers over there too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They got hoopers over there too. What shit? What else y'all? What else?
Yeah,
What else y'all?
happened?
Stay on sports. Talk about the swimmer. Have you heard about
Oh
the swimmer?
yeah.
What happened?
That.
You want to touch that one?
Good. Go ahead.
What is it? Penn State.
Is that where it is? I don't know what
I believe,
college, but I know the name is Leah Thomas.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a swimmer who, before they transitioned, they were ranked 462.
What you mean?
They're a transgender swimmer.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the story?
So before the transition,
Okay.
they were ranked 462 in the nation.
This is like a 25-year-old man up until
In college.
they decide to become a girl.
Granted, it is still D1
So how old is she
swimming.
now?
So it is
Like
462, which is
Oh, okay. I mean, you made it seem like she transferred her, or I don't know.
For 99.9% of her life, she has been a man. That matters not to me, but to why overall people feel a way about this particular story. It's because for your whole life, you have been not only a man, but you've been training as a man, you've been competing in this sport as a man, and suddenly your change leads you to go from where
462,
to what?
number 1.
462 is what? That's what.
The ranking.
Right.
You are ranked almost 500,
Yeah.
and you go. She beat an Olympic gold medalist
Okay.
as a girl. She beat girls. Couldn't do that as a boy, but did that as a girl.
Okay.
So, how do you think that is right, or was that
Not-
even
not
your
right.
initial question? Yeah.
I won't go that far because then we're just gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I'm saying competitively, is it fair? Strictly on competition for you still to be competing against biological women, even if you are on testosterone blockers and whatnot. Like,
Well, okay. Oh, okay. So wait. Oh, so she was 462 as a man.
Yeah. And then becomes a girl and immediately.
So she's the
becomes
number one, like girl, or the number one
The
swimmer.
number one girl swimmer.
And she was number 462
As a
swimmer,
male swimmer.
or
As a male
yeah,
swimmer.
So this is a whole different list.
Yeah.
That she number one.
yeah.
Okay.
'Cause that's like, say if it was a boxer, and as a man, like you were 462 as a man, and then
You become a
transition,
boxer
and you just start knocking every girl out.
a heavyweight champion. What if Mike Tyson became a
Oh
girl
my god.
and decided to unretire from boxing?
You can do that.
Obviously.
I mean,
This isn't. I don't know, but
Yeah,
to some degree he could compete. Maybe not world champion, but he could compete in some league as a girl. Clearly.
I feel like I got to read the story. And then they 26. So are you? She was already in college type shit
I think it's collegiate swimming still.
Yes.
at 26.
Well, okay. Maybe the ages is wrong. Maybe the age is 22 That they were definitely a man in their 20s. I 100% know that they were a man and competing as a man,
So
training
you
as a
get to,
man.
so if you go
all
from
the
a
way
man
to your
to a
20s.
woman, you get to redo your everything.
And a couple years later, he told like his college coach and his parents that he had come out as gay initially. Then from there, once he came out as gay, he then started training as a girl, and I think he eventually started taking testosterone hormones and stuff like that to like lower the testosterone, try to produce more estrogen, try to weaken the muscles, things like that.
Okay.
And then he started competing as a girl, and like that's what it was, like trained as a girl, and competed as a
more
girl.
so. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think I got to read the story. I mean, I get what y'all saying. I guess more so for me, like, cause as far as the actual athletics of the sports, like, you know, like where are you going with this? Like, what is it? Okay, so now what? Like,
Word.
I don't like. Are you about to be like do they don't get paid or nothing, right? Like he just or whatever, he just swimming for fun, like right? Just for fun.
I mean, collegiately, I don't think it's for fun. I think you're competing
To make it weird though, like.
I mean, there are swimming leagues, there are Olympics,
Are they?
the Winter Games.
She in the Olympics?
She beat an Olympic swimmer, so there's a possibility.
I think the real story here is her getting to go back to college. So
I think she was already in college.
As a
I
man,
think
and then she
he
jumped to,
was
like,
in
restart
college
to
as
the
a
girl
man
type shit.
and then became a girl while still in
So they
college.
heard this, so
It was like my freshman and sophomore year I was a man, but then my junior year I was a girl.
she don't have to restart college.
I
As
don't
a new
believe
person.
so. I believe that this is the same person with the
I don't
same
even wanna
credits.
talk about it.
Right? Like, do you need to start college again? Do these college credits are they void? Like,
That is a good question though.
you're a new
Like,
person.
If you transition, do you get to reset? Like,
So I guess so.
you get to change your GPA and everything.
Facts.
Get a redo.
So what is your like overall look or point of the story? I guess is what I'm trying to figure out. Cause like I really don't know. I don't care what she doing or he doing. Like I don't know. Like
I think it's interesting. Like
Yeah,
I think. Well, you go ahead.
before you just swimming is like when y'all brought up boxing and shit. Like swimming is not a sport where you like having contact with nobody or like it's not like you're not hurting nobody or nothing like that. So I don't know. Like I don't care.
There are physical advantages to being a male in swimming still.
Yeah, but I'm saying my whole thing, like, what are you winning though? Like it's not like it's a NBA to go to. Like, it's not like you going to a league or nothing. Like, it's for fun. Like,
Well, that's from your point of view. Like, think of a woman swimmer who's like, damn, I was training all this time, and this dude comes in the pool and burns everybody. Like, it's
Like imagine you was a girl and you was nice as fuck at swimming, and then a nigga just came in and dogged you. They were like, "Dang, she faster than you." It's like,
I guess.
First of all,
I just don't really view swimming as like a super sport like that.
I understand that. That's actually a lot of
I think
people's
that's probably
pushback.
where I'm coming from.
I saw that a lot. A lot of people felt like this was something where there was no true, like, being a male does not automatically mean you are a faster or a better swimmer than a girl.
I'm looking
And
at it
I
like golf,
understand
golf,
that
like if
to
a
a
girl
degree.
golf wanna golf with the nigga, like it don't matter. Like what's the I don't get it.
Yeah, I guess it's more so based on ability, and I understand that. Like
Football, basketball, I get it, but like just swimming, and it's not like they professional swimming. Like what are like it's not like she getting or he getting nothing out of it. Like
but you are bigger. Your muscles are designed to be more. You naturally have more endurance than a girl. You're naturally stronger. Your bones are designed to like part of why Michael Phelps is such a great swimmer is because of how tall he is. Like he can move his body so. I don't even know the word, just effortlessly, you know, like,
Yeah.
but he's like 6'2", 6'3", you know, like
yeah.
he can get there faster as opposed to somebody who 5'9", you know, you might be able to swim too, but I'm gonna get there faster than you off the strength of
Right.
yeah.
I'm bigger than you, you know, like it come down to that. So it does matter too. I get that's like you said, it's not a sport that physicality really matters. But to a degree, her being biologically male is a partial advantage that no other swimmer could possibly give themselves. They can't even train that hard, and that's where somebody would deem it unfair. It's like, you can be a better swimmer than me. You can train harder than me. You can have a better trainer than me. You can have a bigger pool than me. You can have a better diet than me. You can have better swimming gear than me. But like, I'll take that as the excuse for that I lost. But you have an advantage that I can't possibly give myself. Like, if I'm a girl, I can't give myself the advantage that you have. I can't train, I can't eat, I can't do anything to get the advantage you have. Like, let's say I had a better diet than you. Well, that was my advantage over you. But there is a way that you can take away that advantage. You can eat better, right? So you could take away the advantages that I might have over you, but I could never take away the advantage that you have over me. And somebody might deem that unfair. And I could understand that.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Totally.
Like, just for the sake of the conversation, you feel me? Because I get that, you feel me? But if I had to play devil's advocate for one, like me, if I get in the pool with a college swimmer, a girl's college swimmer right now, she gonna mollywop me in that.
Facts. Yeah, that's why I brought that up. Like,
she gonna murder me. Like, I can't do nothing with her. Like, because I'm a man, that make me like, you feel me? Like,
What's a male swimmer though?
Like,
yeah. So this is a person who swims in college.
So my second point then, to that point, is it unfair that Shaq got to play against fucking Muggsy Bogues or whoever? Like, is it a disadvantage? Shaq obviously has an advantage over fucking Ty Lawson or Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, but those are men who accepted that. Whereas a woman might not accept that. That's different. That's like if Shaq put on a wig and started playing in the WNBA. That would be a more accurate. Are the women going to accept that?
Why is that more accurate though?
That's what he's literally doing.
If the point is just a physical, you feel me, dominance that you have over your competitor, Shaq obviously being the most dominant player ever to play.
It's not just the physical advantage. It's why that physical advantage exists. The physical advantage that you're talking about in regards to Shaq or Ty Lawson is apples to apples. So to make that make sense, it's like, let's say we're comparing an apple to a banana. We're gonna hold the banana accountable for the fact that it can't be red like an apple, right? That's the thing. It's like a banana can't get that advantage. It can't do that ever. It'll never be able to do what you're asking of it. Whereas another apple, if you leave it out long enough, then it might turn red. You know, like if we compare apples to apples, like that's Ty Lawson accepted the fact that he was a short man wanting to play in the NBA. He dreamt about it. He aspired to do it. That's what I want to do. I want to dunk on one of these niggas. Girls did not idolize athletes going, oh my God, I can't wait to compete against transgender women. Oh my God, I cannot wait to do that. Like, those are not the same in terms of what they dreamt about doing at their peak. I cannot wait to climb the mountain and do this. Ty Lawson, Muggsy Bogues knew there are 7-footers in the league, and I want to go into the league. The girls did not go. There are men competing as women, and I want to face them.
Okay, so
they didn't
now,
do that.
But now going forward, if you're a girl and you know it is, the world now, I guess, is accepting, of these transgender people. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So now you do gotta have the mindset that if I want to be the best, I gotta compete against. And I'm not saying I agree with that because I for surely don't.
But that's what I'm asking. I understand what it is. I'm saying, do you agree? Do you think it's fair to have to adapt to
from the jump? Like, I don't
an advantage you'll never have.
You feel me?
But that's what we were asking though. Like that's
no, that's not. Y'all asking me something about. If you asking me about sports, I'm gonna give you whatever to take about sports. If you asking me about that person being whatever they got going on, you feel me? Like
both.
Like
all of
I'm asking just from competitive.
That's what I'm saying. Like you, he, she, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's from the jump. That's all bad. That's crazy.
There was a case of I forgot which girl, what her name was, but it was a transgender sprinter, and she was a dude who was like, all right,
black?
Yeah, it was they were an elite runner at least, but they weren't like anywhere near the best.
Right.
And then she became a woman, and then started dusting every single girl on the track.
Okay, so y'all you gave me a point of view from the other women, from the girl athlete. So what's the point of view from the transgender athlete? Like, what did they get out of it? Like, why? Like, I don't understand the whole thing.
Well, they come up. Did you know? Well, I don't know.
Wait, before you go. So, did the person become transgender to compete type shit, or they just was already like?
Well, they were already a male swimmer, but was ass in the rankings, losing to males.
So
they're coming in last place in every race as a male.
Girl was strictly
and started winning everything.
Was strictly for the sport type shit, or was it?
Well, this is a debate. Yeah. I was about to say I'm not gonna say that. It looks like you made it to college. You competed in elementary school, middle school, high school, and college as a male. You were losing all the time to the males and coming in last place. I think he came out as gay in college. I could be wrong. He might have came out as gay in high school, but I believe it was college. If I'm quoting the article correctly, he came out to his coach and to his parents. I believe in college. Then he starts competing as a girl. That's when he starts taking his little hormones, and now he's training with the girls. Now he's competing with the girls. Like, in that same, like I said, it was like freshman, sophomore year of college, he was a boy. And in that summer, when the semester ended, when the second semester was over, he started taking pills and shots. And by the time school started back up for the following semester, he was training with the girls. So it's like that.
This my final point, or take this my final take on it. You feel me? Let me say this, like, as far as the transitioning and shit, that's a whole nother story. I'll leave that for them. Like, I don't know. That's on you. You feel me? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do for sure. As far as the competing and shit, life ain't fair. You feel me? Like, women gotta compete against men in the workplace, and you feel me, and all types of whatever. You feel me? Like, life ain't fair. You feel me? Like, if that's what the world come to, we accepting whatever, and he wanna be her and and he wanna compete against the girls or whatever the case is, type shit. That's just what it is. If you wanna be the best, that's what you gotta go up against.
Right.
Like, going back to the tie bars and shit, if you wanna be the best, you gotta be able to score on shot. You feel me?
Right.
You know Jerry is in the pool, as Jessica now, you feel me? You gotta be them. You feel me?
So now, okay, so I get what you're saying. So you telling them, like, accept that. Like I said, Ty Lawson accepted that as a child. He knew the things that he was gonna have to overcome. You're saying girls should now look at it like that. Like, that's a realistic hurdle to overcome.
You got to.
You gotta face. Okay, I understand that.
I feel that with basketball, but like with swimming or with running, like, there's only so many different ways you can swim. There's only so many different ways you can run. In basketball, you can become a better shooter, and that's how you overcome it. You can become a hustle player. You can have a better handle. You can be quicker. You can have a better IQ.
Fuck the basketball analogy.
Swimming, it's like I can only breaststroke one way. I can only backstroke one way. If somebody has a clear physical advantage
His wingspan
over
is 8
me,
feet.
like, there's nothing I can do except try to go fast, try to breaststroke faster, and my body has limitations.
I don't know the ins and outs of swimming and shit. Like, I don't know what it takes to be great at swimming and shit. Like,
all that. Like,
okay, there ain't no male advantage for lung capacity. Like,
there is. Men have larger lungs than women.
and larger muscles. Our
Like,
bones are denser. Everything in our anatomy is naturally, on average.
Yeah, like, you can bet that a man is going to have a physical advantage over a woman.
man, women gotta compete against men in the real world and the workforce and shit. So we gotta compete against men in the sports and shit now too. That's just what it is, and that's all I know. That's all I got to say. I'm like, I don't even know what y'all.
Right.
I don't know. Do what you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do, shit. Maybe you need to take a feed. So I don't even. Whatever. If the transgender, if it's a man, you feel me?
I'm listening to you, but this is crazy.
But if the man is a girl now, and then maybe the girl's gonna have to start taking, you feel me, testosterone or shit, you feel me, gonna have to start doing some.
But see
shit,
now that's a slippery slope because
he wanted it bad
I
enough.
feel you.
That he tried
I'm
to
with you.
girl
I'm with you.
And so if you don't got what it takes, you don't want to take
I agree.
a steroid or something on the line.
I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with every single thing you're saying. I completely agree. But
bro,
I know that the world is going to look at that and go, we have now legalized steroids at that point. There is now no end to what one person can take because now if I'm letting a girl take a certain pill to compete with men, well, I need to take that pill to compete with men too. And if that's HGH or something like that, well, now we're all taking steroids. Now everybody's going to be 7 foot Giannis, Steph Curry jumper. Like now we all going to be like this. That's going to be crazy. I completely agree with you, but though that is, I wonder how the world will react to something like that.
Motherfuckers is changing their entire gender. Like, what the fuck? You
Literally.
take a steroid. Like, who give a fuck if you taking a steroid? Like, that's a man. Like, I don't know. Fuck.
So do you think it's only fair then if we allow women to take steroids? Because that's the only way they'd be able to not even still overcome the physical disadvantage, but at least attempt to
like it's college women, like you not winning nothing really anyway. Who give a fuck if you test for steroids?
I don't know that though. Like I'm sure swimmers have some leagues and some tournaments that pay out. I'm sure nobody is competing in swimming their whole life just to stop after college and never do it again. Like I'm sure niggas that really swim. I'm sure there are.
Like making a living from swimming outside of like a Michael Phelps.
I mean, yeah, but there's ping pong tournaments. There's bowling tournaments that pay out millions of dollars.
That's not
no, they pay out millions of dollars. That's cap. Oh no, I was talking about bowling specifically. But I'm telling you, like they pay out. These tournaments are real. Like
making money. I ain't never heard of no swimmers like just. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I'm with you. I've never heard one either. I can't name one. I'm just saying logically it might exist.
Do you want to win or not? You feel me? Like that motherfucker doing whatever it takes to win, or you gonna do whatever it takes to win?
Legally though, they can't. Like that's still subject and is allowing them to go take steroids. Assuming that they can't, which is likely that they can't. What do? Train harder?
I'm just that whole conversation is just like odd to me. Like I don't like just from an objective point of view. It's just odd. Like on one hand, we telling people what they can and can't do to their body, but on the other hand, this motherfucker
decide where or where not to apply that freedom.
It's being change their whole gender and type shit, but they can't take a pill or whatever to get like that. Like you gotta go to the roots. Then if that's the case, you gotta break it down. Like you gotta be fair on both sides. You gotta be fair. I'm wrong.
Nah, that's real.
You gotta be fair on both sides. You can't tell a motherfucker, a regular motherfucker. I mean, I guess regular is not PC. I get you. I just don't even know what to say about. Like, I don't even know what
biological males
versus
I don't even know what to say about transgender. Are male to females transgender males or transgender females?
I don't know.
We don't have any. They don't have any representatives here. Like, let's not even.
Yeah, I try to be respectful of that. Like, cause I don't disagree with the switch itself.
Oh, let's not even.
No,
I don't even. You can give your opinion.
Do y'all? I mean, I don't know.
If you're willing to go like
stay
full on switch,
I'm gonna stay out.
I don't disagree with that. Complete with your decision. Like, if you really commit to a full conversion,
does that mean removing genitalia? Do you consider that full switch? I do too. Yeah. That's why I asked.
But what is that? I don't even want to. I don't even want to have a conversation.
I don't think this is a bad conversation to have.
Cause I'm like, all right, fuck it, go ahead.
We don't gotta get utterly disrespectful. Let's say your opinion. If you disagree, get them off.
I got questions.
Okay, so on Dr. Phil, I saw this little clip on Instagram. Did you happen to see this? This psychiatrist was on Dr. Phil and he was talking to two transgenders, and he was asking them like, "What is a girl?" And they were like, I don't know, like, what do you mean? Like, we know what a girl is. And he's like, no, like, if you tell me you feel like a girl, what does that feel like? How do you know you are a girl when you've never been a girl? How do you know? So he said, what what does it look like and feel like to be a girl? And they couldn't answer. And now I'm sure part of this was scripted that they couldn't answer. You know, I'm sure some transgender in the world might have a real answer for that, but in this regard, they didn't. And he just kept asking them, he's like, why do you feel like you should be entitled to your own pronouns? And this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because I wanted to ask y'all, and we don't even got to get into opinions about the gender switch itself. It's like the byproducts of all of that. Like, now we have to call you she. We have to call you certain pronouns that you are trying to like make me call you. And he brought up, he was like, I don't know what example he brought up, but he was basically like, no matter how bad I want to be a lizard, I'll never be a lizard. Like, ever. He was like, you can't call me a lizard because I'm telling you to call me a lizard. He was like, why do I need to play along with this game? He called it a game. And I disagree with that, because I think transgender people have experiences that like kind of confirm things in them, and I can't take that away, because I understand that.
So he can't have experience that confirm he a lizard, nigga?
Hey, that's subject to I remember on Ripley, believe it or not, there was a lizard man. Remember that?
You gotta be fair across the board.
Remember Lizard Man? He had a bunch of piercings all over his body and tattoos.
Fair across the board.
That is true. I feel you.
You can't tell them that, you can't say that I'm not going to validate your experiences, but I'm going to validate his. If he feel like he a lizard, then fuck it.
That's true.
This is the world we coming to.
That's true. That's why I asked, like, how do y'all feel about that? Because that was a great point that he brought up.
My stance comes from not just the feeling, but also I saw a documentary that kind of broke down some of the biology on some of the cases of it, where when people are born, some people have the condition where they have like what's in between a penis and a labia, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And the doctor has a scale showing like, okay, is this gonna be a penis or a labia when they grow up?
Where do you think he is on the scale?
Whoa, what you? What happened?
No, man, he was talking about the scale of
the penis.
I don't even want to repeat that.
And it's
a penis and a labia.
It's under the doctor's jurisdiction to determine whether or not this is going to be a penis or a labia, and they'll fuck around and snip some of it off, and that ends up being.
Is that how they misjudge gender sometimes?
That's how it happens sometimes. So somebody might get their shit snipped off as a kid and be like,
anything.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's such a complex issue. I can't base it just off of like somebody feels like a girl. Like the doctor misgendered me as a baby, and I grew up thinking I was a girl.
Do you think that's the likely scenario for most transgenders though?
I don't know if most, but
do you think that that's frequent?
I think it's frequent.
Because that's interesting. I never heard of that.
No.
I was about to say, I never heard of that. I think that's interesting, but I also think that's the minority of cases. I think the majority of these people are men who are men, and then through certain experiences, they just decide, I want to be a girl. To which point, I don't disagree with it. I disagree with forcing me to adapt to certain things, adapt. And like that's what that psychiatrist was saying. Like I guess I never realized that that's how I felt about it until I heard somebody articulate it. He's like, you can do that. If you wanna be gay, be gay. If you like the opposite gender, do that. You wanna wear a dress, you wanna wear wigs, do that. But to make me call you a certain thing or approach you a certain way,
now we confused.
I don't agree with that. Yeah, and I understand that way of thinking. Like, why do I have to go about you a certain way just because you want that? At the end of the day, you are not a girl. You're a man. But you want to be a girl, so I need to call you a girl? There comes a point where if we're going to respect everybody's freedoms, you're impeding on mine by telling me what I need to and have to call you. And I understand if somebody was to make that argument. It's real touchy. Like, ugh.
Yeah, that's why it's such a complex issue that like
that's why
it's hard to have
about the like, pronoun aspect of it. Like
it's hard to have a solid opinion on it.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much that goes into it. Like, I don't know how frequent those cases are. I don't know how frequent what you described is going on. Like, I'm sure it is a lot of people who feel like that, but if we want to go back to the biology, some people are born with more estrogen.
Right.
Some dude might just be born with more estrogen. That's why he feels like a girl.
Right.
And it's like, how am I gonna invalidate that?
Yeah, that's anatomic. Like,
It's like that's something. Yeah, I don't know. That's my stance. I don't know. All I know is I'm a dude.
Right. Shout out to everybody though, man.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. Shout out to them heteros.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homosexuals. Shout out to the transgenders. Everything in between that.
Shout out to
Cause it ain't my business.
the lizards, the lizard people.
Oh God, shout out to the lizard people, man.
You got anything to say, Derek? Any shout outs?
Definitely not.
Shout out to the sun. It's about to get hot.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to talk about. It's finna get hot. And it ain't even really, I guess briefly I wanted to just tell you the weather is literally like about to be crazy hot. But every time it's hot, it comes with shenanigans. It comes with violence. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, that's what I mean when I say it's finna get hot. How are y'all looking forward to another summer, particularly in Vegas, where it gets crazier every summer, it seems.
I'm actually looking forward to this summer though.
Yeah? I'm looking forward to being outside, but
you feel me? I ain't gonna be outside working for nobody, you feel me? I could be in the house if I need to be in the house,
Right.
AC up, blowing crazy, like I ain't gonna be like last summer I was outside, forced to be outside 10 hours a day, you feel me? It's crispy, burning up, boy. I get black when it get hot outside. Like, my skin, I got all the products, my skin get to going crazy when it get hot outside. But now I don't gotta deal with all of that. I'm looking forward to the summer shit. I might have to take a flight somewhere or something.
Right.
You feel me?
I
Get
feel
up with
that.
the sun and shit. It's gonna be a good summer. I'm looking forward to staying out the sun. It's gonna be my first time staying away from the sun. So that's what I'm on. That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't gotta spend that bag on that. You feel me? Super expensive sunscreens and shit. I was buying all types of products being out there in that sun. I was out there cooking. I'm a nigga. You feel me? I'm a sweater. I get hot easy. Like, if it's over 70 something, I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm burning the fuck up. You feel me? Like, I keep my house cold than the level. Like, what temperature y'all like the house at?
76,
70.
Yeah.
What about you?
I do. It doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah.
I also sleep with two fans. Like, the air will be on, and I sleep with two fans in my room.
Yeah.
So I guess that counts as either slightly colder.
Yeah, I ain't got the fans on. I don't do the fans. I'll be
I
sick and shit, so I
gotta
gotta have it.
fans.
Y'all just gotta have it cold. The fans will have that direct air from the fans will have me sick.
Yeah. I can't sleep without a fan. Never been able to sleep without a fan in my life.
Yeah,
My kid the same way. Like,
I like to sleep cold. My little brother like that though.
Can't do it.
He got the fan right, 2 fans right there.
Yeah, like
Right there.
just like this. There.
I don't get it.
I feel like I'm in the Matrix, just listening to.
Yeah. See, everybody got their own shit.
Like, I mean, whew.
That's a, so what's your ideal sleeping setup? I guess like environment type shit.
I just be falling asleep, honestly.
Yeah, you can matter. You can be hot, cold.
I can sleep on the floor. My
I'll
neck
just fall
is
asleep.
turned and shit. I can sleep in the most uncomfortable positions. If I'm tired, I'm out.
Yeah.
That matters. How tired
Yeah,
are
okay,
you?
so just on a regular day. You
Yeah. Casually
a
tired.
regular day, you just trying to go to sleep, chilling, resting. Like regular day, how you setting up? You feel me?
I mean, I don't like it too hot, obviously. I'll probably just have the comforter on. I sleep. I usually sleep with like a bunch of pillows under my neck.
Yeah.
Support. That's about it though.
Right, what about you?
You said what? What's my?
Yeah, you said you trying to go to sleep, you feel me? On a regular day, you feel me? Yeah, you get set the scene, you feel me? Your ideal sleeping environment.
Oh yeah, so.
Everybody different. Everybody different.
It's
I
gonna
realize
be
that
cold
with,
in here.
with different women and shit. Like everybody's different.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be cold. Like I said, like it's gonna be cold. I'm gonna have my 2 fans on. I listen to meditation. I listen to a lot of that. Like I try to listen to it every night. Obviously, if I might pass out in here. Y'all know the shenanigans might have me sleep anywhere. I'm gonna be down for the count wherever I'm at. You know, like.
Right.
So if I'm in the bed and like I can plan out the rest of my night, I always sleep with the meditation on. It's a lady named Kelly Howell. She do guided meditation.
Shout out to Kelly.
Kelly Howell, bro. Her voice is perfect. She a white lady. She has the perfect.
She's a British lady?
Nah, she American, but her voice, like I'll be listening to a bunch of different ones and like I can't get into them. Her, bro, what she be saying, I'll be like, man, I'm finna conquer the world. Like listening to her, so I listen to that every night. Like she got multiple videos. I got on SoundCloud. She got 2 that's 30 minutes long, so I tune out to that. And I just let that play going into the night. I'm down. Like I don't even really hear nothing.
Right.
Gabby probably already sleep, so I don't really got no direct responsibility to where I can kind of just zone out until I fall asleep.
So that's important too. So kid gotta be already asleep.
Yeah, kid down already. Yeah,
down.
I never go to bed
important.
without her. Yeah, that's a fact. And also that even more important. So the nightmare. Well, she ain't been experiencing this recently, but this has been a thing for like the past like 6 months. Where the nightmare's been a thing, so try to get her to bed at 9 p.m. Now she's like showered, fed, teeth brushed, everything. She is in the bed, light off at 9 o'clock. But with her having these nightmares, that keep us up till 10:30. I gotta sleep with her. I gotta keep constantly checking on her. So that was a real hurdle to my sleep. Now we up into the middle wee hours of the night, and if she ain't going to bed, now she gotta pee.
Right.
You know, so now she gotta start back over to try to get re-comfortable in the bed. So like I said, that ain't been a thing for like the past month probably. But over the past 6 months, it has been a recurring issue. And it seems like she's finally overcoming it.
Right.
So ideal scenario, she in the bed at 9. I'm in the bed at 9:15. I make sure the door is locked, make sure everything good, everybody's straight. You ain't gonna see me again. You know, like.
See, that's what I'm saying. That part is very important because, like, when I say everybody got different sleep habits and shit. Having a kid, having to do all of that shit, that's part of your sleeping schedule, your sleeping habit. That's part of what your nightly routine is. So that's very important.
Without her sleep, like
I
need you to be asleep so I can sleep. I totally understand.
Sleep is very important. Sleep is very important to life. You feel me? So everybody got their own shit. For me, like you feel me? I gotta have it. I like it cold.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So how cold degrees wise? Like in the high 60s? Or low 60s, even mid 60s.
Nah, like 70.
Okay.
Type shit, like.
I thought you was
no more than. Like I'll change it depending on the weather outside or how cold my house already is from the day type shit. But no, it can't be no hotter than 75. Like if it's already at a cool temperature below 75, I ain't gonna turn no air on. I'll be cool. Like, but.
Right.
You feel me? If it's up there 75 or getting up there above where I can feel it heating up, you feel me? That shit coming down. Like I need it cold.
Yeah.
Cause I can't sleep with like no comforter, like on top of the comforter type shit. I can't.
Yeah, I'm too exposed.
I need some weight on me.
The boogeyman's gonna get me. That's how I feel. I don't know what it is. It's an adolescent fear of exposure. That's what I said. An adolescent fear of exposure. I don't like feeling available or accessible.
Like I need to be covered.
It's a kiddish fear that I've always had. I'll never get over it.
That could be what it is for me. I never looked that deep into it. I just know I can't sleep.
You don't sleep completely in the dark?
Do I sleep completely in the dark? Yeah. I don't even have a TV in my room. Like I don't got a TV in my room. I don't got definitely ain't having no lights on, like type shit. Like none of that shit. Like I need it dark because I'm a nigga who had trouble sleeping, you feel me? So everything is catered to sleep in the bedroom, you feel me? Like sleeping, you feel me? And whatever, you feel me?
Right.
Whatever the bedroom for. Like I don't spend the day type shit in the bedroom. Type shit. You feel me? Like the bed is, like I had to get blinds, I had to change up the blinds I had in my house. I had to get specialty blinds that really dark black my shit out. Like all of that shit, because I sleep during the day sometimes too with my schedule because I wake up so early in the morning. So. But yeah, like he said, the meditation vibes, you gotta have that shit. Like I'll listen to like an audio book, or maybe if it's a podcast I ain't finished, I'll listen to that first. But I can't go to sleep to that because I'm actually like listening to that type shit.
Right.
But the meditation, or I'll just play like some sounds, like some river sounds or some night sounds or some shit like that. I'm gone, nigga. Like that's gonna do me in. You feel me? And I this over time experimenting with different shit. Like I used to try to go to sleep with like music, like this music, like rap music or some shit that I actually listen to on type shit like that. Like that's not it. You gotta have you gotta have the sounds like or some meditation type shit or just some strictly just sounds type shit.
I used to like to fall asleep to a TV show, but like you can't be having gunshots go off while you're sleeping.
See, that's my mom. Every time I've ever went in, you know how like if your mom falls asleep, you might go in the room and turn her light off or turn it whatever. My mom she falls asleep with the TV on. Like I'm gonna turn the TV on, maybe turn it up slightly so that I can fall asleep. She is the only person I've known to be like this. So it's crazy to hear you say that because I would have never even thought about that again until you just said that. But I've always seen her like I have to do this.
Man, that's crazy to me.
I can't. I'm a light sleeper, so the noise, the brightness of the TV, I would see and hear all of that.
Well, even like the meditation shit, like when I did do that, I have it down low. Yeah. But it sometimes scared me if I wake up in the middle of the night and I just hear somebody talking. Yeah. And I forgot I turned that shit on. I was like, oh shit, that's my phone.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure. Yeah.
Especially because they be talking like super silent.
Super silent. You gotta have a timer on that motherfucker. That's the sleep timer.
That's how you
gotta have a sleep timer. But yeah, cause my schedule's so crazy. Like I gotta have like a specific sleeping routine, you feel me, as far as the music or meditation or whatever.
Right.
And just the whole process, because my shit is crazy. Like, I'll go to sleep and whatever. Like, you feel me, I used to try to set a specific time to go to sleep, and then I'll realize I go to bed type shit, but I'll be on my phone or listening to some shit, so my phone can't be nowhere near me. Like, my phone on the dresser over there, you feel me, before I get in the bed type shit. With the shit playing, turn on the shit, got the shit playing, phone on the dresser over there, I'm in the bed chilling, you feel me? I even got the little sleep mask shit, I ain't gonna lie, I don't use that shit so much no more, but I used to have the sleep mask type shit, but once I got the blinds, you feel me, it's all good. So yeah, it gotta be pitch black, no artificial lights, nothing like that, you feel me? I'm going to fucking sleep, I'm out of there, you feel me? Gotta turn everything off in the house for real. I feel like I can see everything cause I live in the condo, you feel me? So I just, like if I leave the computer screen on or some shit, like I can just sense that shit, like I can feel the
that shit.
Oh my god, I need to turn that shit off. You feel me? Yeah, nah, for real. My sleeping shit is crazy. That shit's nuts. This shit is crazy as fuck. But yeah, I don't even know how we got on that, but
right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What else was popping? Did y'all hear about that teenager that fell off that roller coaster?
No, dude.
What? Okay.
Here?
It was in Florida. A teenager from Missouri. He was 14. He was big. He clearly was a lineman. Like, obviously. He was on... I don't know how the ride looked. I just know that it strapped over him and it was like this, like a trapezoid. Yeah. And it strapped over him. And he apparently, it's a story saying that he felt unsafe. Yeah. He vocalized that he felt not firmly secure. I don't know if that's true or not. But it must have been. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. So, pardon me, my bad. So when I first heard the story broke first about a kid falling. They thought it was an object. They thought part of the ride was broken, and which makes sense because when you see him, and this part isn't funny, but like he said, you are too big for this. He was obviously too big. And that was my fault. That was my first mistake. I mean, that was my first sight. I'm like, dog. Like, there's a bit of common sense that's like, you knew not to get on that ride. But nonetheless, it wasn't illegal. He didn't do anything wrong. So I'm not gonna say he like caused his own death. The ride wasn't secure.
Well,
that's what happened.
Security
he is not at fault for his death.
This height, whatever.
Like there should have been certain type of measure like that, like rationally. He is clearly 300 pounds.
Posted because usually like in certain services when they had the shit posted like a weight.
Yeah, or height. Yeah, like I wonder. He is obviously 300 pounds, and so he unlatched at the peak of the ride. And
a roller coaster.
Huh?
A roller coaster, you said?
Maybe it wasn't necessarily a roller coaster, just an amusement park ride. I've seen headlines that said it was a roller coaster, but the way it looked, it was like people in a circle and they all were strapped. And so I was like, yeah, but he was sitting down, so maybe it was
like
a roller coaster.
Type shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm envisioning. There's a video. It's on video. And I have not watched it. Yeah, I can't do it. I'll tell you about that all the time. You changed my life with that. Like, bro, stop. He told me, he said, nigga, stop consuming that shit. He told me those words verbatim. I told your sister that. I said, my brain needed to hear that. When King Von died, I couldn't stop watching it. When Mo 3 died, all of this stuff is on video. So I'm like, it's like right there. You know these guys. You don't think anything will happen to them. Or at least grimy like the way it go down.
You don't want that to be your memory.
Yeah. And so I kind of just, my brain has ran away from all of it. So in regards to this, even knowing it's a video kind of messed me up because you kind of can imagine what happens. And then seeing his picture, I'm like, dog. Like, so when the picture broke, I said the story broke. There was no picture, no nothing. It was just the story. Yeah. He got dressed too. And so when the picture broke, he got his football jersey on and stuff. And that's when it's like, damn, like, what did you expect? You know, like somebody could feel like that. But he fell 430 feet to his death.
I don't even know how much that is, but that's how.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how to feel about that. You know, like, and his parents was there. So he was from Missouri. I think he was in Florida for like a football camp or vacation, just celebrating with family. But his pops seen it, like family, relatives, friends, teammates, they saw it. And it's on camera. He was falling from the sky.
He
like
latched because he was overweight.
That's what
probably like couldn't lock in.
Yeah, assuming that he was not firm.
Especially if he wasn't saying he was complaining type shit.
Yeah.
Hell no.
He kept saying that he felt kind of loose, and they kind of, I don't know if anybody was reassuring him like you're okay, or if nobody even went near him to check. But the reports are saying that he was telling people he did not feel safe. They went as far as saying he told somebody like, yo, I don't know if he was joking or not, but it was like he said, tell my parents I love them if I don't make it down from this. And like, you know, that's somebody reporting that, you know, who knows if it's true. The person who allegedly said it is dead. But yeah, like as I'm saying, assume it is true. Yeah, I don't think somebody would lie about that. But
I wouldn't assume not.
Yeah, the fact that his parents was there, like they like saw it. You know, like everybody saw it. And he's big, so they think like a seat is falling. They think one of the machines is falling down, and it's him.
Hey, first off, rest in peace to him. God bless his family and shit. Like, prayers up to them. Like, I don't even. First and foremost, that's just crazy. I can't even imagine no shit like that. But that made me just like, I'm person. I don't do roller coasters.
Oh,
shit.
not
I
at
don't
all.
do heights at all. Like, I don't play. I don't
tall,
fuck around.
Like, damn near, you feel me? Like, you ever get that certain gust of wind and you be like, keep it real. Y'all have felt like that. You get up too quick. This altitude is not normal.
I promise you, being over 6 foot, like, I'm 6'3".
Not that cool.
Yeah, you don't want to come on. I can't get up too. I can't stand up too fast. Like, hold on, I'm gonna be woozy and shit.
All that fun.
Yeah, but yeah. So man, God, that's tragic. First off, like you said, this was in Florida. He from Missouri. Yeah, so shout out to the family. Not shout out, but prayers up to the family.
Right.
Like, that's tragic, but. Me being afraid of heights, like I'm not, my kids ain't, you feel me? Like you ain't going on a roller coaster because I can't go with you, or I'm not going with you. So it's just the roller coaster is out.
Right.
You feel me? We can ride the teacup at Disneyland and all of that type of shit.
Right.
Roller coasters and the
go crazy.
slingshot, that's out. I feel bad for my kids. We not doing none of that. Y'all, but maybe their mom, you feel me? In the future might be adventurous or something, but I'ma still be skeptical. Like I'm not with that. I don't know, y'all. What's y'all take on that?
I'm just saying everything you just said. Oh, what you said?
On the kids, yeah, your kids on the rides and shit. You said the parents was there watching.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm not against my kid riding on a roller coaster, but I would thoroughly communicate that I'm not getting on. Like I got on one for your sister, and it took so long of preparation. Like it took days of this. I knew days in advance that we were going, and the Adventure Dome, they don't have the water slide no more. Remember the water ride that they have? They got rid of it, and they have a black and yellow roller coaster. It's 30 seconds.
No water.
No water. It's just a regular roller coaster. So there's two roller coasters now. There's still the pink one that y'all might remember, but then there's also the black and yellow one. This one takes you straight. It's like a regular go do, but then it shoots you straight down, and then there's a part where you like flip up, and you're not hanging, but you just riding backwards. But it's a total of 30 seconds. And I only know because that was like her selling point, and that I did that. Other than that, though, I am like 100% anti roller coaster, and so like I say that to say like I thoroughly communicated to her. I am anti roller coaster. I would do the same thing to my kid. I would let her know, Gabby, look, you on your own. If you want to go on this roller coaster a million times, knock yourself out. I'm gonna be right here all million times.
You better than me.
Like
if I'm not going, you not going.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to deprive her. Just like a dog. You know, I'm terrified of dogs, but my kid loves them. She is obsessed with dogs. So I gotta overcome my fear at some point and get her a dog. Now I look at them the same because it's a certain fear that I'll never overcome. It might not even be a fear for you. So you might not even need to overcome it. You know, but me, I know for a fact I'm never gonna overcome either of those fears, and I've accepted it in my life.
I feel like with a dog, I could train it if you get it as a youth.
That's my one condition.
I'm in control. I'm in control.
Facts.
If you get it from a puppy, you in control.
A casual dog that's just over there though.
No control. There's no control. Just like there's no control over that random dog, ain't no control over that roller coaster ride or whatever. You don't got no say so. Like I can't walk around it and expect it and make sure like it's all good. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not no engineer.
I'm not riding it, so you not. I'm sorry for my kids right there, because I'm not riding it, you not riding it. You for sure not riding by yourself. Like for sure ain't riding by yourself. Like I'd rather you feel we could go out together. So I'll let you just. You feel, I'm not. I get that. I'm not watching you. Hell no. I'm killing I'm killing. Man. Yeah. And then that's another thing I was saying. Killing operator. But like circus and shit, them be niggas, that be niggas' first job. 14, 15-year-old kids operating the ride and shit. Like, they don't give a fuck, and they don't know what to do if something is fucked up. Like he said, he's probably complaining. You think they really went over there and really, like, inspected it and, like, checked the measurements and was like, no, nigga, they don't give a fuck. They 15 years old.
Right, that's a fact.
They 15 years old. You feel me? Gonna check, pull it a second, you feel me? If it don't come up when I pull it, you gone, you feel me? Like, fuck it. So I'm for sure, I'm not trusting it. Like, that be niggas' first job. Like, one of I don't know if it was my very first job. One of my very first jobs was at Wet n Wild, which is closed. Well, not closed, but it's now another Cowabunga property, you feel me? Well, I think I was in there really giving a fuck about niggas' safety. Like, as a youth, like, I'm in there backing the chicks, you feel me? I'm peeping the scene, I'm bullshitting, I'm just trying to collect my check, you feel me? I'm at the sunscreen station all day, you feel me? Chilling. I think I gave a fuck if somebody was drowning or like asking me a question about a ride. I was like, I don't know, nigga.
Scram, Neil.
You go check it out. I don't know. I'm scared of water, nigga. I'm terrified of water, nigga. You think I'm jumping in? Nigga, I'm not doing nothing. Like, if you want to get on that motherfucker, that's on you. So yeah, I'm not entrusting if I can't ride it myself, I'm not entrusting my kid to the other kid that's working there, because they got on a badge. Like, hell no, we not doing it. And that might just be my fear. You feel me? But that's something we gonna have to deal with. Like, you gonna have to hate me. School field trip, go have a ball.
Thanks.
You with me? No. Anything on the floor, anything on land, nigga.
I'm all for it.
Like, the train that's just driving around the amusement park.
Oh God, I'm in that. We can do that 1,000 times.
Ain't no line. We just hop right on the train. Fuck you, like watching everybody else on the ride. Facts. That's just me. That's my fear, though. We not doing it.
What about you? If you had a kid, would you allow them, if an of age kid of a normal height and weight,
I like roller coasters.
Word? Oh, so you all gung ho about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Man, I
Yeah,
feel
you with it?
Were you? Did you ride roller coasters as a kid?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. My older sister Ashley. You know how small Ashley is. Y'all know the tiniest thing on earth. She has like no sense of fear at all.
Wow.
I
I've seen
still
her.
fear roller coasters because I've been on roller coasters where I felt like, yo, I'm kind of
Yeah.
loose. Like,
Yeah,
you want to read
hell,
traffic?
yeah.
and
You
then
don't
I
got
go
no
on.
control over it.
Yeah, I'm
My
bouncing
sister,
around.
she
and
does
I
all kinds of
still
roller coasters.
enjoy it.
The fear, you enjoy the fear type shit. Or whatever.
Yeah, I get a little thrill out of it.
That's what I think it is. Like I can't.
I
Absolutely
get
not.
I've been
Thrill,
swimming
like-
in the ocean before. I go underwater and I see just
Yeah,
like
see, I'm also scared of the ocean.
Yeah, I'm terrified of the ocean.
I'm the
I'm
water.
I'm
If I you feel me,
anti-cruise because of oceans.
you feel
Like,
me?
yeah,
You in the water, you on the
If I
boat,
could
but I'm
be on a
still not
cruise
doing it. I'm not
on
doing
land.
it. Nigga.
I would do
car
it.
cruise.
Right. If I could be in the water
Bus.
on a real big RV, like the world's most giant RV.
Type shit. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah. I've been convinced to do a cruise one day. I feel like I'm gonna end up doing a cruise.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna.
There
Be
are a whole
convinced.
bunch of people that I fuck with in my family and shit. They all fuck with cruises, so I feel like eventually one day I'm gonna just have to just stuck it out. But actually getting in the water, like we far from that. Especially in the middle of the ocean. Like I'm not going on the beach or at the pool. You feel me? So in the middle of the ocean, I'm for sure not getting in the water.
Fact.
I've always wanted to go surfing. Like that's one of the things I want to.
Yeah.
I want to watch somebody surf.
Yeah,
I would never surf.
with binoculars.
I don't
far.
want like huge waves, but like if there's like some decent waves.
And
like,
yeah, if there was a tiny
like some
tiny
bigger
wave
waves,
and I was
yeah.
still pretty much on shore, I would attempt that. I'm talking about a real wave.
If I was on shore.
Yeah, no, but those are the waves that he just described are the waves that are closer to shore. The waves that aren't that big.
On shore, nigga. You're not standing on shore.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, no, but it's like where the waves most likely are, there is land under. Like you can stand on that while still being able to ride a small wave.
I'll take you over.
I would never ride a gigantic wave 100% in water where I would need to be floating. Like if I'm in that much water where I need to float, I can't do that. If I was on, like if there was 10 feet of ground to walk on and water was kind of waving onto that last bit of feet before you get to pure water, I would go that far. I try a wave where like if I fell off, I would go on the ground. You get what I'm saying? Like if I fell off the surfboard, my feet would hit the ground. I would go that far. I wouldn't go as if I slip off, I'm no.
The thing about waves
That's
and
too
water and shit is that water carries you. You feel me? You ever just been
That's
standing
why
in
I'm
the
like,
water and now all of a sudden you hella far from your from your setup type shit.
Without you even noticing.
You ain't left the ground.
Exactly.
You just standing there and fucking around in the water, nigga. You look your beach towel a mile away, nigga. Like what the hell? I'm not fucking with no water. I'm cool. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if I'm more scared of the water or the shit in the water. Nigga, I was standing on the beach with nothing but my toes and that motherfucking seaweed or something wrapped around me. I panicked. Nigga. I thought it was a shark attack. I thought it was a shark attack. I said, oh shit, I'm big, nigga. I was like, oh shit, I froze. I was like, I don't want to yank my shit.
I'm injured.
Bite my shit off. So I was like, oh,
You said guard.
I swear to God, we need a lifeguard. I swear to God, I swear to
It's
God.
the police.
So that was the first incident, and then you
That's
feel me?
scary though. All jokes aside.
You feel me? Shout out Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You feel me? That's the only time I've been to the beach really is in South Carolina with the family. You feel me? But so that was the first incident, and then I think it was the same trip. Go back in the water. You feel me? No higher than the ankles. Crab, bite my middle toe, like pinch my middle toe, just holding on to my shit. I'm like, fuck no, I'm done. That was it. I ain't been in no water
How
since.
did that feel? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Nigga, like some.
How old were you?
You know, I was younger. I was like probably middle school or something like that type shit. Like, I'm done. And then it's under the water, so you don't even know what it is at first. But eventually, you feel that, man, I'm like, oh, that's a crab or something. Like, got my shit. Like, and that was it. I ain't been in water since. You feel me? Like, I'm cool. Like, I'll go to a pool if I can stand in it.
Right.
You feel me? There's no animals in there. You
I'm
feel
gonna
me?
put my legs in the water and chill. Have the time of my life.
I went snorkeling before. That was a good experience because you get like the wetsuit. So
Yeah.
The wetsuit helps you float.
Yeah.
You don't even really have to be a strong swimmer to if you're in a wetsuit. And then they take you on like a little trail that's like not too deep, but like deep enough to where you can see like live fish swimming around. Like you see families of fish. It's actually pretty tight. Like there's like legit places where you can sign up. You have like your own guide and everything.
Yeah.
It's not even that long of a trip.
Lil Duval makes me want to snorkel. If you ever seen his Instagram page, it's full of snorkeling.
Yeah.
Like that's like his favorite pastime. Like whenever he on vacation, he gonna take all his friends and family and do that. So he be posting like, you can bet he gonna post that multiple times in a month. That's pretty much a lot of the cool stuff he posts.
Does he also make you want to fly a plane?
No. I don't even really want to snorkel. It's just beautiful to see.
I think some people what am I trying to say? Some people probably came from people who are used to being around water, and that's why or used to being around heights.
Yeah.
And that's why there's like less of a fear. Like I feel more natural in the water sometimes. Like when I'm swimming underwater, it feels nice. I have like a different sense of peace when I'm in the water.
You trans fish?
Trans fish, yep. I'm trans shark. I'm a shark boy.
Okay. My boy is trans fish. Trans fish.
Shit, maybe I might fuck around and go back to college as a woman.
Right. I'm winning the Olympics. Make a name for yourself.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And he didn't know none of that was gonna happen.
Right. What the fuck? But yeah, that's I don't even know how we. This whole episode has been random conversation about
Random things
type
that happen.
shit. Slow news week. Nah, fact. Yeah, slow news week for sure. So that's crazy. Yeah, so my kids probably ain't gonna be doing too much swimming either, shit, cause. And my problem is I don't really trust other people to save. Like I wouldn't trust other people to save my people. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
I
Like,
would.
I want it to be a lifeguard there, obviously, but if my kids start drowning in the ocean type shit, like I wouldn't just stand there.
Right.
Type shit, like I would feel obligated to jump in that motherfucker. You feel me? Like I wouldn't be like I ain't gonna start looking for the lifeguard. Like oh my god, nigga. Like
see, I would. I feel like the rational part of me knows that I cannot swim.
I'm not okay with
If
that.
you are drowning, that means you are in water that you are unsecure in. If I jump in and I know I can't swim, now there are two of us in water that we are unsecure in. Two people are not going to prevent each
Then
other
why
from
you let her
drowning.
swim in the first place?
Huh?
Then why let her swim in the first place?
Well,
If you know you can't do nothing about it, you know you can't save. You know this is a danger. Not. I
It
mean, I
depends
don't want
on
to
where
say
we're
swimming
swimming.
is dangerous,
I'm not
but
worried,
you know
like-
there's a certain risk with swimming. Like hella people be drowning and shit. Like
yeah, but
we got to be right next to the lifeguard tower. I'll say that. We setting our blanket up right under the lifeguard.
I mean, I
tower,
couldn't
nigga,
see
like,
my kid not. We have a swimming pool just to not let my kid swim because I don't know how to swim.
A pool and the ocean is two different things, my boy.
Right, that's why I was saying it depends on where then.
Yeah.
Like in an ocean,
A pool.
then
you
yes,
can
of
stay
course,
up
yeah, I would never let
I
my
can
kid
stand up
swim
in
in
most
the ocean.
pools. You feel me? Like,
I
we
would
be
tell
good at the
her
pool.
no. Yeah, like if Gabby was like, "Can I go swim out there?" Hell no.
That's okay.
Of
That's
course,
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
the ocean, like,
Okay,
the
yeah.
beach, the ocean,
I'm
like-
thinking just a casual place.
Nah, fuck that.
That's what I'm
Ocean.
like, yeah, but absolutely, yeah. I ain't gonna. But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Even in
you
6
could
feet,
jump- I could jump in
I
that
would
pool.
probably drown in 7 feet of water because I can't
I'm
swim.
not 7 feet, but 6
Right,
feet.
exactly. That's what I'm
6 feet
saying.
and under, we
Nigga, I'm barely making it in 6. We barely living.
No,
Your nose
my
is in the
nose-
water.
No,
Your
I'm good though. I could
foot
jump.
to
I'm
forehead,
good.
you're 6'3".
I'm good.
Foot to nose, nigga, you 6 foot. You in that water,
I can
nigga.
make
You
it happen.
that water going like this.
My feet on the ground, I'm jumping and shit.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
float.
good.
You gotta feel like
Yeah.
an astronaut, nigga. You,
For
cause
sure,
you,
for
you,
sure.
you teetering, drowning.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can say some shit in 6 foot water.
Yeah, I feel you. I agree
Going
with that.
on.
7 foot.
If I have to be like,
I need to go get the
airborne type
light
shit,
bulb.
like I
Yeah.
can't.
I'm gonna be the one yelling, guard.
Nigga, be lucky. I'm gonna be like dead.
That's a fact. I'm like really
Yeah,
out.
man.
Like,
So yeah, we definitely not doing oceans. But you know what's crazy? I really fuck with the beach though. Like we was talking about the meditation, sleep times and shit. Like most of the times it be like waves and shit. Like I fuck with the beach.